It's residue. So if you put crummy fuel in your car, it's the residue that kills your car. You put crummy fuel in this machine, it's the residue. It's the buildup. It's all the junk that backs up in the system. See? So the 21-day terrain modification is taking one meal a day. And we've got some of these products here, like let's say you wanted to take one meal a day. What meal do you think would be the best meal to replace out of the meals that you're eating today? What would be the most optimum meal that you feel that you could replace? Or what's the worst meal of the day that you think you eat? Dinner. You guys are good again. Okay? Dinner is the worst food that you could eat because it's going to sit in your belly all night long, number one. Okay? And not only that, the food most likely that you're going to eat is not going to be processed because you're in a sedative stage. The foods that you eat, let's say you want to eat hemp seeds. I don't eat hemp seeds until it's the evening time because this is a sedative for me because of its vibration is fat. It's a sedative like avocado. If I want to wake up in the morning and go and do my thing, I don't have fat. Fat is something that has a sedative effect to you. So at night, what kind of foods would you want to have? Raw fats, you'll sleep well. In the morning, if you have them, it's really good to fast in the morning if you can. So what I do is one meal a day you exchange. So exchanging, here's a raw vegan protein. Okay, you can do this, it comes in several different flavors. Here's another one here, it's called Elixir Hemp Replacement Meal. It has like 60 different things in it. And what you do is you mix a drink. You can put a little bit of this, a little bit of this. You can have this one time, this time. Yeah, we got about 10 different styles you can have. And what you're trying to do is just upgrade your fuel supply. Your supply that will take 21 days. Oh, it will. For you to be able to change and pleomorph. Pleo means to change or morph shape your bacteria. So they can uptake this new fuel source. You're going to change the jets on your carburetor, and now you're going to put the superfuel in. But the superfuel, the jets and the carburetor can't be done manually. It's a shift. So your basic body in 21 days will be easily, massively upgraded. Now, the easiest way I found out, I mean, I can't teach anybody anything. All you can do is just get people the ideas, and then what they do is they feel that this is the right program and they start teaching themselves. It's a self-mastery program. Don't look at me as I'm a master. No, not a bit. And I always tell everybody too, please, you know, I don't do consultations, it's free. I'll talk to anybody. So a lot of people call up and say, hey, do you charge for consultations? No. And I'm not giving any medical advice ever, just so you know. What we're doing is we're just giving you reasonable and logical ideas that if you think that they're within your scope, that would be really beneficial, then you set them in, because it's got to be logical to your brain. If not, you're just following. You're just following another person, and that's not smart. Let's go again real quick here. Okay, and this is where we just talked about the corrosive versus non-corrosive acids. If you don't get these corrosive acids out of your diet, you're wasting your time again. Corrosive acids, acetic acid. What's acetic acid? What kind of vinegar? Red wine vinegar, throw that stuff in the garbage. Balsamic, all that stuff is acetic acid. Look it up, acetic acid gives you kidney stones, gallstones. It hardens your body as stiff as a rock. Now, malic acid is the acid you want to swallow, and that's raw apple cider vinegar. Different. That chelates and breaks down aluminum, cadmium, softens up the system. You can take pure raw vinegar and put it on your body and rub it in. Lay in the sun. Get your gua sha tube out. Now you just soften some stuff up. Put some oil on. So there's a lot of different solvents you can use that are beginning solvents, and vinegar would be a beginning solvent compared to the fulvic acid or these paramagnetic minerals. Let's go to the next one there. Oh, actually, you know what? One sec, just go right back real quick. Lemons is a good acid. So these are all good acids. Look, lemon, fulvic, humic, and ulmic acids. Raw apple cider vinegar, those are good. Pool acid, hydrochloric acid, battery acid, sulfuric acid from volcanoes. Those are demineralizing. No matter how much you change to the food supply, if you don't get the acid out of your diet, all you're doing is you're you're causing something that's really insane, because the acid overrides anything you could do. So, you know, overrides everything. It takes, remember, 1 cup of coffee or cola takes 32, it's got to be alkaline. If it's just regular water, it takes even 50 just to wash that crap out. So 1 drop of battery acid is usually what a lot of people in this room are getting right now. Getting it. You're breathing it. It's in your water supply. It's in your shower. It's in your bottled water too. So what you do is, on all water, I take a 1/4 teaspoon of sodium bicarbonate and put it in maybe the size of this size. Shake it up, and in 2 seconds it neutralizes any acid that's in the water. Any acid. Let's go to the next one quickly. You can see at this lower level right here, standard American diet. Check it out. The cows, the chicken, and the pigs. All of the things that live. A pig is, how many percent is a pig DNA compared to human? It's 85%. That's why you get pig hearts, human hearts, valves. It all comes from the pig. Okay? You don't eat the pig for a reason, because whatever's in the pig, trichinosis and all. You should see, I had about 25 potbelly pigs, little guys, just studying them, and they pooped out roundworms, the Ascaris lumbricoides, tons of them, this big, every day. My friend used to come by, and remember Jared? He'd go ahead and put them in Ziploc baggies and go fishing. Because these are the biggest night crawlers you've ever seen. And they're the same, they are night crawlers. These live in the stomach, and they live in our soil, in our intestinal tract. Let's go, actually, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to buzz down real quick here. And you can see, look, you talk about getting plugged with plastic. You have 75,000 miles of hose in this machine. 75,000 miles of hose. That's just a little hose in your face. Here to Chicago is 3,000 miles. The Earth is 8,800 miles wide. Get it? Okay? This machine is clogged. Remember we talked about the hands and the feet? The capillaries? Check them out. You think plastic clogs that up? Yes, it does. Let's go to the next one there quickly. Plastic, biggest problem that everybody in this room doesn't see is the plastic. Quit using it. Glass. I know it's a pain in the butt. Mine fell on the ground here, breaks. I do have if you really had to weigh and measure some of the top things that people need to change, is quit using plastic. And if you are going to use plastic, then really be smart about it. You know, a lot of these new age ideas is to use recycled plastic. Don't use anything recycled plastic. It's toxic as you can believe. PETE #1 is brand new plastic. What makes you think that you can take all this garbage with labels that have mercury on them and all this other stuff, mix them all up in a thing and put it back in a #5, PET #5? That's not good. So everything we have here is like these containers, HDPT #2s, high density polyethylene #2s. You don't throw any of these packages out. They're all reusable and none of them leach. Let's go to the next one there real quick. Again, the lymph system, and the lymph system is the master filter. When you get cancer of the breast, it's because one of those little lymph systems is clogged. What do? And it's like anything. You take, this is like a woman's, well, one thing you came here tonight, get some cheap peppermint. Get steam distilled peppermint. I use this brand here now. And you put in a big handful on your hand when you get out of the shower in the morning. Rub your hands like this for about 20 seconds to get it really hot, because this is electricity. And then you put it under your armpits and around your body. And if it burns, it's only because you have open sores and cuts, and the things that live under your skin say, don't do that again. And you're going to say, yes, I am. I'm going to do it tomorrow, and I'm going to do it tonight again. And after a week, you'll feel good. But at the first week, you may say, whoa, ouch, oh. And it may really hurt you because you have open sores. Cut yourself and put alcohol on it, it burns. Put your alcohol on this side without a cut, it does nothing, does it? Okay, it's the same type of idea. Let's do it quickly there again. EMFs, bad mistake, especially if you've got any type of, this totally manipulates, all the stuff you're doing here, this electrical magnetic devices override everything. They're like about 50 to 1. If you wanted to really change something in your life, I have this meter here. It's an ethereal meter. It's a tri-field meter. But but it's not tri-field. I changed it and made the settings more sensitive. So I wanted to find out, the battery's dead on this, otherwise I'd show you how to use it, but this is a total toxic machine. And the only way I make it untoxic is I never touch the keyboard, because it has 80 milligauss of electrical energy on that keyboard where the processor is. Okay? 80. This thing goes whoop, all the way over here all the time. So what I do is I get a $10 cheap keyboard, I plug it in the side with a mouse, I push that thing away, and now I check the keyboard and it's 0. But that is a huge problem, especially on your waist next to your gonads. Not smart. They're hidden. Let's keep going there. Actually, let me just buzz down here. There's a couple of ones that I put together here for you. And these are, I mean, you talk about the parasites. This is one of the, this is a couple of things we're going to put together. You watch it on your own time. See, these are hookworms. Look at the teeth on these guys. These are great white sharks. And once they're inside you, they don't leave you. They don't. They lose segments of their bodies. And once you get down to the head, then when you lose them, you will bleed. Oh, I bled a lot in my intestinal tract for a while. This is what they look like. They're really badass. Alien, that movie, this is what they are. Okay? These are reptilians in nature. They're cold-blooded. They steal your energy. Okay? All warm-blooded hosts are their premier hosts. I don't care who it is. If you can anchor them, they'll love you. And if you try to fight them and kick them out, then they'll fight you, because they own you more than you own them. You know the life cycle of this thing? 2 seconds. What the life cycle is. When you read Parasite Rex, did you read those life cycles?
Yeah. It was incredible, because I heard in the comments like what you were saying before, how you really don't control yourself. So at one stage it's hard to imagine that that's a possibility. But when you read the book and you see the mechanics of how they work and how much they control the animals, just to do their bedding, in order to reproduce, to gestate, and to move to a different host, the intelligence behind them is
massive intelligence. Massive.
More than any pet that you could ever own, that they seem so.
These are Satan's creatures, I call them. And if you try to kill them, you're a fool. Just put it to you that way. You're a fool. Because you have no idea what you're up against. You're like one person trying to go to China and see if you can take the country over. With 1 billion people. Oh, you got all your weapons. You're not going to do that. You're going to do anything. There's 1 billion people over there. One person, oh, I got laser guns. So what? Guys will just walk on you. They don't even need to fight you. They'll just trample you. Okay? And not only that, even if you did go ahead and have formidable, but you're going to get tired. You're going to get burned out and your immune system will die, because these guys are numerous. So let's go to the next one there. And there's a variety of these tapeworms and all these different types of creatures, and they really need to be seen so you can see them. See, half the problem with parasites is we don't believe. We believe in all these other guys with beards, all the but we don't believe in this. Okay, so I don't want you to believe in this, because that would just be foolish. I want you to go ahead and really, really investigate this and say, wow, what do I do now?